Greetings to all viewers following our international news bulletin. The United States is currently preparing to enter one of the most complex weather phases of November, as multiple large-scale atmospheric systems simultaneously strengthen, interact, and generate a series of dangerous phenomena across vast areas. From the Midwest to the Great Lakes, from the southern plains to the Pacific coast, tens of millions of people will face severe thunderstorms, damaging winds, hail, tornadoes, and even the risk of flash floods in the coming days. Cold air from Canada is also being detected by forecast models as likely to surge southward right as Americans begin their Thanksgiving holiday travel, raising the possibility of snow returning to many northern states. Today's bulletin will provide a full and coherent analysis of the next 7 days of weather, based on the latest signals from the world's leading meteorological centers. As early as this morning, meteorological agencies observed a strong low-pressure system deepening over Nebraska and Iowa. This is a focal point of concern for meteorologists because it contains all the ingredients of an unstable environment: strong low-level convergence, upper-level divergence, moisture transport from the Gulf of Mexico, and a sharp temperature gradient between the rainy zone and the sunny area ahead of it. This interaction creates ideal conditions for the development of supercell thunderstorms, the most powerful type, capable of producing tornadoes. Even more concerning is that this phenomenon appears within a very narrow time window of only about 3 to 4 hours in the afternoon, yet it has the potential to produce dangerous tornadoes, especially in regions of Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Missouri, and Tennessee. The intersection of a cold front, a warm front, and the cyclone center, known as the triple point, is where tornado potential is highest. This configuration does not occur frequently, but whenever it does, it brings a high degree of risk due to its sudden and unpredictable nature. Meanwhile, the west coast of the United States is experiencing a completely different scenario. A major Pacific storm has begun making landfall in California, bringing abundant moisture and heavy rainfall to many areas. In Arizona, there have even been signs of possible landspouts, a rare phenomenon in desert regions. This storm system is pushing deep moisture inland, causing Nevada, New Mexico, and Arizona to face the risk of heavy rain and flash flooding. Over the next 24 to 36 hours, this strong moisture plume is expected to shift southeastward, merging with moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and pushing into Texas and Oklahoma, setting the stage for the second major storm of the week. With the continuous movement of these moist and cyclonic systems, the United States is entering what is considered the most dangerous 72-hour period of the week. On the first day, today, although the risk level is assessed as marginal, the potential for small to moderate tornadoes remains if the atmosphere warms rapidly enough after the morning rain. States in the Ohio Valley and lower Midwest must be particularly cautious because any storms that form could intensify quickly, bringing hail and damaging winds. On the second day, the storm center shifts southward, with Texas and Oklahoma becoming the primary impact areas. Although the severity is not expected to be extreme, strong thunderstorms with sudden wind gusts could still cause damage in Dallas-Fort Worth, Abilene, and surrounding regions. This is considered a transition day, leading into the most significant storm event. The third day, Thursday, is the day meteorologists warn carries the highest risk of the week. The reason is the convergence of 3 moisture sources: Pacific moisture entering from the west, Gulf of Mexico moisture rising from the south, and cold air plunging forcefully from the north. These elements combine to create an ideal environment for widespread and long-lasting severe thunderstorms. On this day, Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas may face damaging winds of 80-100 km/h, large hail, and the potential for 2 to 4 moderate-strength tornadoes. Authorities are urging residents in the southern plains to exercise great caution and avoid travel unless absolutely necessary. On the fourth day, the storm system, after sweeping across the southern plains, will continue moving eastward, directly affecting Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama. Although storm intensity is expected to weaken, prolonged thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, and strong wind gusts could still cause localized flooding. This region has low-lying terrain and slow drainage systems, making rapid flooding highly likely. This condition may persist into late evening or early the next morning, depending on the system's movement speed. One of the developments that most concerns meteorologists at the end of this week is the significant divergence between the two leading global forecast models, the US GFS model and Europe's ECMWF model. While ECMWF predicts a new storm will form early next week over the southern plains, GFS suggests the storm will form 2 to 3 days later, or possibly not form at all. When the two major models show conflicting trends, it usually indicates that the atmosphere is in a highly unstable state, and developments will only become clear closer to the event. However, both models agree that moisture levels across the southern U.S. will continue increasing significantly, and the risk of a new storm system remains possible. Across the next 10 days, rainfall totals in many states located along the storm corridor, including Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, and Kentucky, are expected to range from 1 to 3 inches, 25 to 75 mm. Some low-lying areas or regions affected by terrain-induced wind patterns may receive 5 to 6 inches, 130, 160 mm minimum, enough to cause serious flooding and flash floods in a short period. This is concerning, especially as some areas in this region have been in long-term drought, making the soil vulnerable to landslides when hit by sudden heavy rain. Meanwhile, meteorological models are also consistently detecting another important signal. A large cold air mass from Canada has the potential to descend into the United States at the end of November, coinciding with Thanksgiving. Temperatures in many northern and midwestern states are forecast to drop sharply, with snow potentially returning to areas such as Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Ohio. Long-range models also indicate a likelihood of at least one snowstorm forming between November 28th and December 3rd. This is a period with extremely high travel volume, and snowfall during major holidays is a major cause of traffic congestion, delays, and accidents. Furthermore, moving into early December, cold air is expected to continue strengthening in waves. As thick layers of cold air surge southward, many areas may experience wet snow, a heavy type of snow that can easily topple trees and power lines. Road ice will also become a hazard, particularly at night and early morning, making travel more difficult. The Great Lakes region and the Ohio Valley will be among the first and most significantly affected areas. Regarding overall temperatures across the United States in the next 7 days, most regions will remain warmer than average, especially the south and east. The northwest will be cooler and cloudier. However, toward the end of the month, temperatures will begin dropping quickly, particularly in northern and midwestern states. All temperature models show a common trend: short-term warmth but long-term cold, especially from November 25th onward. Rainfall across the country over the next 10 days will be unevenly distributed: 1 to 3 inches for much of the south and central U.S., 0.2 to 0.5 inches for the northeast, and 2 to 4 inches for the west coast due to Pacific storms. This rainfall will not only cause flooding, but will also provide valuable moisture for long, dry regions, helping reduce wildfire risk during the winter season. Ladies and gentlemen, overall analysis shows that the United States is entering and will continue to experience a highly volatile weather week. From severe storms, hail, and tornadoes to consecutive storm systems, followed by a strong cold surge at the end of the month, all combined create a tense and unpredictable weather period. The most important thing now is for residents in affected areas to closely monitor weather bulletins, stay updated with official alerts, and proactively prepare. This is especially crucial as Thanksgiving travel will significantly increase, demanding even greater vigilance. This news bulletin concludes here. If you wish to receive more detailed daily updates, please follow our upcoming reports. We wish you safety, peace, and preparedness amidst all unexpected weather changes. We will continue bringing you the latest developments in our next broadcasts.